million automobiles later, what shall be his legacy?
Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, standing tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game.
Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another review on the channel. This time around I'm inside the Ford territory. This is the top of the range derivative, which is the titanium. So right, Ford territory titanium. We're going to speak about the exterior, the interior, as well as the drive. Like I mentioned, it starts from 593,000 Rand, with this model coming in at 721,000 Rand. Now that is a lot of money, I don't want to lie to you guys. I feel like it is so expensive, and I don't know if it's doesn't give me the emotion or the feelings that it's a Ford product. And yes, we know that it's a collaborative effort between Ford as well as JMC in China. So JMC is the one that builds these territories for the Ford brand. Now, a little history. I mean, the previous territory that we've always known was a massive car. It had a V6 engine in it, and it was just really, it had aura. And I feel like this is where this has lost it for me. Now, don't get me wrong, it does drive like a champ, but the exterior, you've got these daytime running lights at the top, as well as your main LED beams at the bottom. This grille with little things that are in them, as well as a Ford badge at the front. You've got 19-inch alloys on here, but I still don't know if that alloy is like the best alloy I've seen, to be honest with you. It doesn't have that thing, aina aura, man. It's lacking something, this car. And at the rear, you've got sequential 10 signals with LED taillights, as well as an electronically operated boot. Now that boot is massive, and you can fit quite a lot of things. You do have a full-size spare wheel as well in there, so it is quite cool that they've done that. When you jump inside, now inside for me, it's plush. It's really plush. The materials are really durable. They're solid. I love this brown woodish finish that's on the dash, as well as the blue that's running all over at the top here. It's really gorgeous. The soft touch materials are soft, and you've got a wireless charger at the top here. And with most Chinese brands, they like to separate this part as well. There's another section at the bottom where you can store many things, as well as your USB there. There's one type A as well as type C on there. Then in the rear, there's another USB port. In here, you'll open, there's space for your cup holders, and it's neatly tucked away. This piano black material does get fingerprints, okay? I don't know how many times I've been wiping this section. It's been dirty. This infotainment, massive, laid out horizontally. You've got your digital driver's display here, and it's okay. You can cycle through various menus. It's not too difficult to cycle through as well, which I do quite like. That's the one thing that I like. So you have to select on the one button for you to change this, or it can either work as a media button. So that is that. It's clear, it's concise. And then this infotainment with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, it was quite a bit of a faff for me to connect to wireless Apple CarPlay for some reason, but I eventually managed to get it right. But everything is within reach. However, everything is controlled through there, which is something that I don't quite like. Then you do have this panel here with these touch sensitive capacitive buttons right here, but you do feel the vibration for your climate control, and at least then that brings up the function into the screen, so you don't have to dig deep into the infotainment for you to look. You just have to press on here, which is quite cool. The seats in the rear can accommodate proper adults, and you guys know me, the legroom and the headroom is always massive for me, and we've discussed this. I don't know if I'm short or if these cars just have big amount of space for people to sit in. I think I need to get a subscriber who's like over 6 foot tall to just come and do the back seat test for me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you're up for it, and I'll come to your house or wherever location you are comfortable with doing it, and then you can be our backseat space tester. I've just started a thing, and no YouTuber must start it. The interior is really gorgeous. You've got this massive panoramic sunroof, and this is the difference between the Trent as well as this titanium. The Trent does not have a sunroof, and it's got some different kind of seats to this, whereas this has these really gorgeous seats and this massive panoramic sunroof. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't know how I feel about this car. That's the thing. 721,000 Rand is quite a lot of money. And for me, I think you are better off buying the likes of a Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro Max for that price. And simply because that does look much better. It's a 7-seater. It's got so much technology in it. Not that this doesn't have any tech, but I cannot justify this price for some reason. I am not feeling the car for some reason, and that is okay. It's not that it doesn't drive well. It does drive well, but for me, this doesn't feel like a Ford product. Maybe Ford has spoiled me so much, and not maybe, I think Ford has spoiled me so much in terms of the quality of the cars that they bring out into our market, just how they drive, the gizmos that are in it and everything. Whereas this, I can definitely tell it's a collaboration between a Chinese company, sorry, as well as an American company. In terms of safety, you've got adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist, and that you can also switch off if you want to, but you have to go dig into that infotainment screen. And you do have some buttons on here as well, so that you can easily put your car into park. This drive dial for me is a bit weird. Oh, would you look at that? There's another one. There is another Ford Titanium, and that is the trend. That is a trend. Anyway, you do have this drive shifter select dial on here, and your volume, you've got a massive volume knob as well. The sound in here is actually quite decent. I'm not too mad at that. The steering wheel does feel nice. Then in terms of safety, you have blind spot assist, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control. So many. I'll put everything on screen for you guys, but there are a lot of safety features as well, and airbags all over the car. Over 6 airbags in the car, so that is a nice touch. Yeah, let's get into the drive. So, how does the Ford Territory Titanium drive? And to be honest with you guys, I might have said what I said in terms of, I don't feel like it's a great product for Ford, but the powertrain is great. It's a 1.8 liter, it's got 138 kilowatts, and it does what it does easy. The dual clutch transmission drives perfectly. It doesn't jerk a lot, and that's what I've noticed here, is that as much as it's also a Chinese-ish car, it doesn't actually have those jerky or those weird throttle calibrations. This has been calibrated quite well in slow moving traffic, whether I'm taking off and I'm moving away, and it responds quickly as well. Whether the only thing that I do that frustrates me is the fact that my drive modes are inside the screen. Yes, they do say you can use this star button on here to then control the favorites essentially, and then you can essentially make that selection in here your favorite when you press this star, but I don't think that is it. I mean, there's a volume knob. You would think that let's have maybe a drive mode button. There's a volume knob, there's a start stop button on here. So yeah, that's it. Otherwise, it drives really comfortable. The suspension is really good. It soaks in the ride quite well. For people who are going to be using this car, the seats are comfortable. I'll give you that. There's ample room for adjustment as well, and especially the fact that it's this titanium, you do get these really gorgeous looking seats that I do love. Even the dash is amazing, like I explained earlier on. I don't worry a lot also. I'm not complaining a lot, rather, when it comes to the fuel consumption. I'm currently averaging 8.6 liters per 100 kilometers, which is okay. It's not great, but it's okay, considering that when you look at other manufacturers within the segment, especially coming from the other side of the world, it's hard to get 8.6, especially you have to be driving really carefully to get that. So this is coming in 8.6 liters per 100 kilometers combined with highway. I've done highway, I've done town, so this is not too bad for me. I mean, I've seen cars that do 11 and 10, and these are cars that are in the 400,000 Rand mark. Now, the biggest thing that worries me about this car is its price. I don't want to lie to you, and I said it in the beginning of the video. 721,000 Rand for a Territory Titanium, for me, just scares me. I don't know why. And I think that's mostly because I don't really see where this product really sits. Yes, I know people love Fords, and you always want to have a different product for different people. But when you look at the Territory nameplate from what it was to what it currently is now, then that's where for me it starts being a little worry. Every other Ford product in the lineup you can see the true Ford heritage. And yes, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, you know, core partnerships, etc. But this for me is just lacking Ford. It's lacking Ford, and that's one thing I'll say, and that will be my verdict. Yes, you can go and test drive it. You will enjoy the drive, I guarantee you that. But gee whiz, man, I don't know if it's 721,000 rand is the right price tag for this car. I mean, I also didn't know if the Ford Puma was priced right, you know, with that Vignale coming also over 600,000 rand. So I think the only cars that are actually decently priced has to be their buggies and their big SUVs, which is the Ford, you know, Everest. But yeah, it is quite tough. It is quite tough. But yeah, this car, to be honest with you, drives well. The fuel consumption is not too bad. The ride quality is really decent as well. So yeah, that is my verdict. Please go and test drive the car. See if you will get a feeling for it. If you'll get some emotional connection with it. To be honest with you, I'm struggling to get some connection with this car. And that is me being brutally honest. It's a great car. Well, it's not a great car. It's an okay car, but I'm struggling to find a Ford connection with it. And also the price for me is just really putting me yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, don't forget to use the link in my bio, the link in my description box to get a quote from Naked Insurance. And you could get a quote in under 90 seconds and you could insure anything that you want to buy. From your cars to your household items, noma yini, noma kuphi, sebenzisa uNaked. Yay! But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to always keep left and pass right. Up until next time, peace out.